Tier 2 here in World Online Racing in China. If you're just joining us, this is just the race. We did qualifying earlier. Unfortunately, the game decided to have one of its buggy moments, and as a result, we could not start the race. Thus, we are doing a lobby restart, and all the drivers will be given fresh softs if you started in the top 10, except for, I believe, Lynx, who started on mediums and was 10th. So it's a lovely sunny day here in China. Waiting for everyone to ready up. Hop out so I can see chat. So let's hope this works the second time. If you're wondering why we're waiting for a long time, that is because we are preparing everyone's setups for the race. Of course, the race is 28 laps long. Five seconds till the off, and we'll get a formation lap. And away we go then. As you may notice, we have a addition to the lineup, a driver that did not qualify. But he has been given permission to race. This is Marek. He's decided to start on the mediums. One of the drivers has changed tyres. Now this is allowed because he was not in the top 10. I do believe it was, I think it was either Chalkers. I think it was Chalkers. I'm not quite sure, but I do remember there was 5 hard runners in the bottom 7, now 8, but now it's 4. Now that doesn't apply. It should only be the top 10. The top 10 that do not use their mandatory tyres, the ones they set their fastest lap in qualifying, if they did not do that, then they would be disqualified. But since it's outside the bottom 10, outside the top 10, this does not apply. So it is a perfectly legal move. Marek is having the worst formation lap ever, struggling to get around the track. It is a very difficult track. We're hoping everyone gets through this very safely, in a safe, civil manner, unlike other leagues. This one of the best, of course, WOR. Been around for 11 seasons now. There's the tyre strategies. You see it's hards to mediums, so it looks like the drivers in the bottom half may have somewhat of a pit stop advantage. They might do just the one, but you never know what can happen here in China. It's a very great test of a driver's skill, stamina and endurance and precision. They all make their way to the grid slowly but surely, and we'll get underway for the third round of the Tier 2 season in the PlayStation faction. All the drivers on the grid now. Should be getting underway. Are we getting underway? Here we go. 5 lights on, and let the war begin! Because this is war. Lovely start from Bruno, horrible start from Charlie Scott. He's already lost position to Struduzzi going into the first corner. He tries to go in the back of him there. That's not what you want to do. Lots of battling happening up at the midfield as expected. Oh my goodness me, Charlie Scott is, oh my goodness me, it's going absolutely crazy. A car has been bouncing around. Charlie Scott's lost a ton of positions. It is already chaos here in China, as there's the 2 Ferraris battling. Look at that! A great dive from Jake there, and Immortal is spun around. It's not been the great start for Immortal or Charlie Scott. Charlie Scott just having a bad hair day, as the 2 Red Bulls are going into battle here. A bit of bargy there through this long curve, and now Jake is going to try and make a move on Cohen. Still Bruno in the lead ahead of Struduzzi and Miltos. But look at this, the 2 Ferraris still going to war once again. So are the 2 Alpha Tauris. Now they come through the 11th, 12th and 13th corner. And still Bruno in the lead. See if there's any battling. There's a battle for second place here. Miltos having the inside on Struduzzi and takes second place just like that with a click of his fingers. Into second place he goes. And we've I believe we have a driver that has lost a couple of positions. I think Cohen's lost a couple of positions here. And he's had to pit. He must have damage, and so does Marek. Ignore these timings. Those are wrong as always. We always seem to have problems with the timing tower. One of these days it will be correct. As they make their way around the first 4 corners. First 3 corners, I should say. No, it is the first 4 corners. As Kyle making a move on... Jackal Wiggly making a move on Kyle here. Wiggly going on the inside of this hairpin. They're still side by side. Now coming through turn number 7. And it looks like Wiggly has backed off. Berkazidlo now in 14th. That ghosted car, I do believe, is Charlie Scott. I think. Yeah, Charlie Scott should not be in 18th. That is a bug. Oh no! Jackal Wiggly has made a mistake out of the turn and has lost position to Charlie Scott. The timing tower is wrong. Once again, I must apologise. It will fix itself momentarily. Bruno's still in the lead, ahead of his sworn rival Miltos. Big battle for the lead of the championship here. I do believe if Miltos wins this race and Bruno comes second, they'll be tied on points. Yes, they'll be tied on points, and they would have the exact same scores, 1 first, 1 second, and 1 third, which means they will be exactly tied. Doesn't matter what round you get it. Charlie Scott is definitely not 1 lap down. I do apologise. He is ahead of Burger Kazidlo, which should be for 13th, and Jackal Wiggly has crashed out at the second corner. It's a virtual safety car. It's the end of the AlphaTauri drivers race. He was a late entrant into here. Unfortunately, it is an early exit. And there it is, the stricken car of Jackal Wiggly eliminated from the race. This neutralises the pack now. 40% speed. They should be slowing down. Slowing down by 40%, I believe. No overtaking, obviously, under the virtual safety car. Once again, we do apologise. Charlie Scott is not in last. He is, I believe, 14th. Just behind Berger. Safety car has ended. The virtual safety car has ended. Bruno leads them away. Oh, and I think he's been caught napping by Miltos. Miltos had a great getaway. He's pretty much taken advantage of it, and now he's right behind Bruno. This is a very important battle for the lead of this race and the lead of the championship. Lap 4 begins, and Meltos has the DRS and gets through Bruno. Nicely done. Into the lead he goes, but will Bruno bite back at the second corner? Yes, he is! He's gone into the inside and taken the lead. Oh, we've lost Marek! Marek is out of the race. So both lead entrants are out, and Bruno has held off Meltos very well there into the first section of the track. So Doozy, this actually helps him because of our squabbling up the top two. Should get a little closer. Lynx on the mediums has already taken advantage of the longer life in them and is up to 5th. And it looks like he only needs to stop once. I'm not sure which is faster. And we do have a yellow flag on the track. It is for Chalkers, who has spun at turn 8 and is going right down the order now. I do believe he's down to 15th. Reminder that Charlie Scott is in 13th. Let's get a nice, oh, very scary thrill ride of a view from Bruno. And then another one from Meltos. Will there be any squabbling going into turn 14? No, there will not. As the race continues on. As they start lap number 5. Gap starting to close now. Meltos having the DRS, but cannot find a way to pass him. Kyle has a penalty for multiple track limits warnings. You can't do that. We have C-Bucks. Guess he doesn't like V-Bucks. He'll have the C-Bucks. Currently in 4th place right now. Doing very well. C-Bucks has failed to score so far. He did not compete last week. As we know, and there's a yellow flag in Sector 1. Cohen has spun at turn number 1, and that is only hurting his chances even further. Charlie Scott should be in 15th. Oh, and he spun out. He's starting to struggle here. He's just gone from bad to worse for Charlie Scott. He's had rotten luck. He's had 0, 0, and it might be another goose egg on his scoreboard. And Corin has spun off again. Looks like his tyres are getting too warm. Too hot to handle, people could say. Straduzzi going for 2nd place here by the looks of it. Top 3 very tight knit. Charlie Scott is not in 16th, reminder, he is in 15th. I do not believe there should be a yellow flag in Sector 2. I think Charlie Scott's going to retire here. Yep, the game is desynced again. That is definitely not right. I don't like where this is going. I definitely do not like where this is going. That is not supposed to happen. We do apologise for that, folks. I mean, it happened a couple weeks ago, and that caused the commentator to have a massive meltdown, which was very justified. You see Lynx now putting C-Bucks under threat. It's at point blank, and here he goes. He's going to actually try and move here on the medium tyres. And gets it done. Very good move from Lynx. So the soft starting to degrade faster than you can say. Pit, pit, pit. Or it's not even pit, it's box, box, box. As the Miltos and Straduzzi have went into the pit. They're going to try the undercut on Bruno. So they're coming into the pits now. Now, Charlie Scott is in last. That is no longer a mistake. Hard tyres for Miltos, hard tyres for Rob, and hard tyres for... No, medium tyres! He's going to do the two-stop, is Straduzzi. And Kyle has retired from the race. He has called it quits. 15 drivers remain. But no, Bruno doing the overcut actually. He's staying out. No, we're not restarting. Are we? Charlie is lagging massively, I've been told. Lock up from Bruno going into turn number 11, 12, and 13. Why don't we just call them turn? Just call them just go with the sectors. Like split them up to little bits. Bruno having a 1 second lead over Lynx. Of course, these drivers will have to pit eventually, but it looks like, considering the gaps, Lynx is gaining a lot of time on Bruno. Bruno's still staying out though. His tyres are gone, surely. Look at all the time that Lynx is gaining on Bruno on these medium tyres. He's got a longer life. That Sector 2 glitch should not be there. Immortal's in the pits. As look who's getting close to the leader, it is Lynx on the medium tyres. The gap is fallen down to 4 tenths, and there is a car off. And oh, and Rob has had a spin in turn number 1 as well. Straduzzi, I do believe, had a spin. Now to the top 2 once again. Lynx chasing down the leader of the championship and the race. 3 tenths. This is sending some red flags towards Bruno, saying, is it time to pit? To minimize any time lost. Both these drivers trying to navigate turn 13 safely, and they do. DRS will be on for Lynx. Will Bruno just surrender the position here? Is Lynx going to go for a move? No, he's not. He's going to play the waiting game instead. Or is he? Bad turn from Bruno, but no, it's going to be Lynx. Just backs off, and Bruno has come into the pit. He's boxing. And it looks like it will be... Will it be mediums for Bruno? Will he go on a different strategy? Seabucks is also pit. In comes our championship leader. He is going to go the 2-stop by the looks of it. Yep, medium tyres on. Will it work in his favour? We'll have to find out in the business end of the race. Berger now up to 5th, but of course he is not pit. Your reminder, you must use both tyre compounds. The net leader right now looks like it is going to be Miltos. Miltos is ahead by about 2.5 seconds. Bruno, of course. Actually, that can't be right. Yeah, it is right. The players on the back of Ayub Khan, top 5 not pit yet. Well, top 7 except for Miltos. Miltos actually came ahead of G-Chalkers, which is pretty good. Will there be a battle here? I do believe that Karen Robb has come off the track again. Not Karen Robb, Cohen. A move for the players, perhaps? Switch back? Nope. Ayub Khan stays ahead. Will either of them pit? No, they will not. Well, they can't pit. It's longer lasting than the softs. Bruno needs to try and catch up to Chalkers, but doesn't seem to be working. Chalker's falling back. Lynx and not Lynx, the players and Ayub Khan very close to each other, and Ayub Khan makes a mistake out of turn number 4. Turn number 3 actually, and loses a few temps there. But Meltos firmly in control. The next lead by the looks of it. But anything can happen. He's on the hards, Bruno is on the mediums. But surely they'll soon neutralise, considering the mediums were out first. Strategy and skill and stamina all required to win the race. Cohen has DNF'd from the session, he's had enough. Had made too many mistakes, he's called it a night. That can't be right. Charlie Scott, ladies and gentlemen, he is not on lap 7, he is on lap 10. As Bruno trying to pass G Chalkers and does so. 1.8 seconds behind Miltos now, and this is going to be very key. Because this is a battle for the next lead. Mediums meet hards. Now the mediums will be quicker, but they will wear it faster. Plus, is Miltos doing the 1-stop? And Bruno the 2-stop? Perhaps. Chalker's still trying to hang loose behind Bruno though. See a battle for 11th developing between Jake and Karen Robb. Looks like Jake stays ahead. Ayub Khan coming around turn number 7 and turn number 8. For third place this is, well, it won't be for long because of course they have yet to pit. Charlie has had enough. He's left the session. He knows how much his game is glitched. It's just not going well for Charlie Scott. I think there might have to be action taken against his internet connection reported. Lag can result in a driver being warned for their internet connection. You need to have sufficient internet connection to ensure that the race goes ahead without any faults. The gap is now 1.3 seconds between Miltos and Bruno for the net lead. Of course, we are just nearly halfway through the race now. You can see that going into the end of the second third of the race. Could be pitting again, Bruno. But he needs to get past Miltos first. I'm not sure. Actually, I don't think these mediums can last to the end of the race, so he may have to pit again. Unless the safety car has something to say. Not really saying much except that Miltos is losing time. Bruno is 4 temps behind, it's 3 temps now, 2 temps now, and he makes the move. Will it stick? Will it stick? Pushes him off a bit, but he does get through. Will Miltos reply? That's the question. Oh, very close behind him, but the grip is starting to show a difference between these two. Bruno has set the fastest lap. He's on a charge now. He needs to try and get ahead as much as he can. if he is going to pit again, because Miltoff's tyres is probably going to go to the end. Look at this, a battle for fourth here between Berger and Ayub Khan, and Berger has got through. Back to the net leaders though. Half a second the gap, the grip difference is starting to show. Look at this, these two are still battling. 2/10 the gap, well it was. And I've just noticed these drivers use the exact same number, 25. Which is a breach of F1 rules, obviously. But that doesn't apply. In this league anyway. Might be in the higher divisions, but not here. As Bruno's starting to get a little frustrated with these two. And there is a car off, I believe it's Jake. Jake has made a mistake at turn number 10 and has gone back to square one. Bruno needs to get ahead of these two though, Berger and Khan. Both drivers moving the left to the right. Doesn't want to be held up too long. Otherwise, that may result in invaluable time being lost, considering he needs to pit again. Bruno doesn't want to be in this battle for too long. As Ayub Khan is going to try another move on Berger, but he's not close enough. Oh, hello, Bruno fancies a move on the inside. Oh, Berger has made a mistake at turn number 3, and now he's back in the battle with Ayub Khan. This brings Bruno into play. Berger going for a move on the inside. Oh, and they tangle, and this is only hurting him, and actually Bruno gets past Berger. And then Miltos is stuck in this battle. This might hurt both of them. Oh my goodness me, Ayub Khan nearly causes a brake check. I mean, that's not intentional, he's trying to keep it together with them WOR and mediums, but he has to watch behind him. Bruno should be making a move here. Ayub Khan has no grip. Miltos has got past Berger. But Bruno's starting to get very frustrated. And now he's going on the inside of Ayub Khan. And he makes the move. Ayub Khan starting to frustrate Bruno even more. And has the DRS, does Bruno. Can we have something other than these angles, please? And now Ayub Khan being passed by Miltos. Miltos should be getting through here. Gotta get through clean though. They're side by side going into this corner. This is dangerous. But Miltos gets through clean. Nicely done. No DRS for Bruno though, of course. But some for can. They make their way round the first few turns. Halfway through the race we are now. Starting to think, is Bruno struggling to get away from Miltos? He is now, it's 9/10. Is the grip coming into play again? Gap now at least 1 second. He is 5.7 seconds behind the players who has not pit, along with Tony Pro and Lynx. Bruno needs this win more than ever, and if he does get it, then he will be tied with Miltos if Miltos finishes second on 58 points. Coming down the back straight once again. Look at these grandstands, don't they just look gorgeous? Still a battle going on between Berger Kazidlo and Ayub Khan. Berger Kazidlo was trying to attempt to move but couldn't make it stick. Are Khan's tyres starting to run out? They're both coming in. They're fed up with these tyres. This will advance Seabucks and Straduzzi to 6th and 7th for now. This looks like net 4th and 3rd. As you can see now, Miltos getting closer to Bruno. Are the tyres starting to level out? That could be the case, and it might have backfired for Bruno. His plan, he just can't seem to get away from Miltos. This could cost him valuable time because I don't see these tyres lasting 18 laps. Actually, I might be wrong. They could, but it's going to be very tight. Bruno made the same mistake with tyre conservation last week. Will Link's pit? He's been on these tyres for 16 laps now. Gets around turn 14 and 15. He's leading by 10 seconds, but he won't be for long once he pits. No, he isn't pitting, so I may be mistaken. These tyres could last the end of the race. But it will be cutting it close. Got now 6 temps. Top 3 still staying out. The players, of course, still on hards. I've been on those hards for 16 laps. You know, with all these strategies clashing with each other, it could be looking to be an exciting finish to this race. We'll have to wait and see. Gap remains at 6 temps. I would like to apologise about Charlie Scott though. He is definitely not 3 laps down. He's definitely ahead of G Chalkers. Okay, not G Chalkers. Actually no, he's about to be lapped by Lynx. He is in 14th though, that is correct. Let's have an update with the 2 net leaders again. Gap still doesn't seem to be changing. It's 9 tenths. Actually, it is starting to change. Question is though, is Lynx going to pit? By the look of him taking it, no, he is not. I'm not sure how longer these tyres can last, to be fair. Miltos trying to get closer to Bruno, but he's still 7 tenths behind. As you see, G Chalker's trying to make a move on Immortal for 12th. And it looks like he's made the move very nicely too. Let's take a live look with Bruno and Miltos. Still remains at 7 tenths. Six tenths is the gap now. So you now see half a second the gap now between the 4th and 5th place drivers, or the 2 net leaders. Oh my goodness me! Miltos nearly went into the back of Bruno there, but managed to break in the nick of time. It's starting to get scarily close between these two. Lynx has now been on those tyres for 18 laps. They're starting to wear out. They look so worn too. Player's still on his hard tyres though. The gap now 4 temps, 5 temps. Ugh. Has it backfired for Bruno then? Or has he got a trick up his sleeve? Berger makes a move into 9th. Making up for his qualifying ban, he really is. And a battle between Immortal and Shockers. And the driver that comes out on top is to be determined in these 4 corners. Shockers the inside. Oh, they bang wheels. And Immortal... There they are. And Immortal stays ahead. Or does he? Chalker's now coming in on the inside of turn number 5. Or turn number 6, I should say. Still side by side, going into turn number 7. This is actually a brilliant battle. But it looks like Chalkers has come out on top. Bruno now trying to make a move on the players, who's yet to pit. Bit of a lock-up, but he's got through, and this puts Miltos at a disadvantage. This gives a chance for Bruno to make up some ground that he has been unable to. Oh my goodness me, the players nearly lost it. Tony Perillo has pitted after 19 laps in those mediums, and as you can see here, Lynx still on these mediums. Is he trying to go softs? Remember, he started in 10th. Could Lynx be making a late charge for the win like Daniel Ricciardo did in 2018? The real F1. The reason why I am looking back and forward is I'm checking these tyres because they look worn as heck. You can see Tony Perillo and the Players 10 on the softs. Now, if it wasn't restarted, I don't think this would be the strategy. They'll be going at the end of those. The gap between the net leaders is 7 tenths. Gap 5 tenths. Look at this, the gap's closing between the 2 net leaders. And Lynx is finally pit. He's going to go on to the softs by the looks of it. Miltos now. Will he try and make a move out of here? DRS on. Lynx is going to come out behind the 2 leaders now. Doesn't look like Miltos can get anywhere near Bruno. Seabucks now comes out in 3rd. Lynx in 4th, but he's got more grip. He's on the softs. Look at this. The gap is now 3 tenths. Miltos must have more grip now. The mediums have been on for 11 laps. I think the hards are starting to bite back, and there is a car off. It's Chalkers, and he's, oh my goodness, he has lost it. Absolutely lost it. Lynx is 1.5 seconds behind Chucks. Tony Perillo is 9 seconds behind Lynx, but the top 2 going at it right now, half a second separating the 2 leaders. Now, is this going to change any further going into turns 11, 12, and 13? This is an important bit of the... Oh my goodness me! Miltos nearly lost it at turn 12. And he has lost a lot of ground on Bruno. That was a massive window of opportunity for him, but he has failed to do so. As we see, Lynx firmly behind Seabucks. Should be making the move here. Will Lynx make a defense? No, he will not. He knows that the grip is not enough to defend. And Lynx takes 3rd position just nicely. 6.5 seconds separating him and the top 2. Can he make a late charge here in China? 7 laps to go. The top 2 starting to get close again. But no budging them. Tony Perillo has a penalty. Not really a track where you make many penalties, would you? No, you got a lot of sharp corners, heavy braking zones, a lot of them. Lynx could be a late spoiler for these 2. You never know. You never know. Gap now 6 tenths. We're keeping up as we speak, but Lynx making a real charge for it. He wants to get there, and look at that, he's already gained 1.5 seconds in just one lap, showing the true pace of the softs, but he's got to be careful he doesn't wear him out too much, or it will start to degrade. As we see Miltos firmly behind Bruno. Is he going to make the move here? He does not make the same mistake he did last time. He will have the DRS on Bruno. This for the lead. Miltos trying to hold his position in the championship. He breezes past Bruno and takes the lead, trying to make it 2 for 2. Bruno's gamble has not paid off. Again, tyre conservation is a problem for him, and he is just trailing behind Miltos. And now the gap is starting to fall between him and Lynx. 4 seconds the gap. Soft tyre really doing its work for Lynx today. And just the right time too. Bruno still trying to find a move back on Miltos. My goodness me, he is not giving up without a fight. What's next? A dive? No, of course not. Way too dangerous for that. The gap now 3.5 seconds, 6 laps to go. It's looking good for Lynx, but don't get too excited yet. What will it be like in 3 laps time? The tyres. Has Lynx, starting in 10th on medium tyres in qualifying, helped him go potentially to victory today? At least a podium for sure. Just don't make a mistake. He's 2.5 seconds down. It is falling at a rapid pace. There is nothing that Miltos and Bruno can do. Lynx has been fantastic in his pace today. As now Bruno's starting to drop off. The gap only 8 tenths. 2 seconds now for Lynx. Maybe under once they come out of turn 14 and 15. Navigating these corners really nice. He's got to just play a waiting game before he can try and make a move on the top two. He's got to be careful with his tyres though. He doesn't want to run them out too much. Under 2 seconds is the gap. This is going to be a very exciting end to this race. Bruno's starting to get up close for Miltos once again. Lynx is going to have all the grip in the world on these 4 corners, I tell you. The heavy braking zone is starting to help. But he's got to be careful where. Once again, I keep saying it like a broken record, but it is true. Tyre conservation is a big factor in China. Now, the gap 1.2 seconds. And there is a yellow flag in sector 3. It is for Chalkers, who went off in turn 13. Oh, he has a puncture. Wait. Are you sure he's still in this lobby? He's actually went on them tyres for that whole race. My goodness. Either that or he's disconnected. But here's Lynx. Lynx. Half a second behind Bruno. It is starting to turn from bad to worse for Bruno. The soft tyres firmly in control for Lynx right now. That's not what we want to see. Bruno trying to get any closer to Miltos with all that hope he has, but it's just not working. Lynx right behind Bruno now. They're so tight-knit now. It could be anyone's race. You never know. But oh my goodness me, Lynx makes a mistake. And this gives Bruno some breathing room. Out of turn 16, he made a mistake, and that's actually going to hurt his tyres too. He's got to be careful not to go over the curbs too aggressive, or that will mean he will lose a lot of grip. Oh, Bruno, I think made a mistake out there. Lynx now 2.5 tenths behind. He could try and make a move in this next few corners, you know. Be a gutsy play. Coming around turn 7. Turn 8. Turn 9, then turn 10. This is starting to become a really exciting, interesting end to this race. Lynx trying to gain any ground on Bruno he can, and he needs to do it now, or those tyres, well, they're great. Oh my goodness, he was right behind Bruno. He's got to be careful as they come out of turn 13 now. Bruno has been on these tyres for 15 laps. Surely they're wearing out. Lynx with a chance to take second place. He has all the DRS he can. Bruno does too, though. Is Lynx going to have to make a move with the grip he has? No, he's not. Oh, he has! He's gone on the inside of the turn. He's right next to Bruno. This is very important. Bruno cuts him off. Oh no! Lynx is damaged. Bruno has broke way too hard, and now Lynx is damaged. Oh, that is the worst possible outcome for Lynx. And Bruno, surely he's going to be under investigation for that. He should have given way to Lynx. He was on much less grip. 16 lap old medium tyres. How is Lynx doing? Has he got damage to his wing? We'll have to check. Yes, he does. That end plate is gone. How is it affecting his performance? Oh, it's starting to affect him. He is losing ground. What could have been a win today may have been sabotaged by Bruno, and I cannot see him pitting because he's going to lose a lot of time if he does. There's a battle for 7th, 8th here. Berger has got past Karen Robb. Sorry, Straduzzi. Oh, Jake has given up from the race. Oh, look at this. Lynx starting to lose ground now. We have been denied, robbed of what could have been an incredible finish. I think that was very, very poor from Bruno. He should have known when to surrender the position. Bruno's tyres were off the cliff as he's still trying to pass Miltos. 6 seconds behind Lynx is C-Bucks, but Lynx is all gone wrong. Should have he been careful? Should Bruno have let the position go? Whatever's happened, Lynx has to stay out. He knows that he wants that podium. Bruno, though, starting to catch up on Miltos. 3/10 the gap now. My goodness me, he has not given up. Lynx starting to lose time and grip. Oh, what a shame. It could have been Lynx's day. Bruno was 4/10 behind. I cannot see this victory standing, though. Yes, he has the less grip, but he's got to be careful of who's behind him, though, right? Gap starting to become 5 seconds now. So there's a battle between Straduzzi and Berger because Zidlo's squabbling at turn number 6, but Straduzzi comes out ahead. Gap now 6/10 between the top two is starting to fade away for Bruno. All hopes of winning this race and tying the championship are fading away, and he's only got 1 and a bit laps to do it. Gap starting to come down once again. Remember, anything can happen in these final 2 laps. Bruno, Lynx is still struggling. He's now fallen 6.5 seconds back. Oh, what could have been for the Mercedes driver. They come around to start the final lap, though. Bruno trying to gain ground on Miltos. 4/10, 3/10. Will there be any late drama? That's the question. Miltos trying to keep it together. Bruno right behind him. It's actually helping him. But how's the grip coming out of the turn? They both come out of the first 4 turns clean. C-Box could try and get a podium here, as he is going through G-Chalkers, who is ghosted. 8 seconds now the gap from him and Bruno. 4/10 between the 2 leaders. Could Bruno perhaps make a late move for the win? He's starting to hold the 4/10 gap. 5/10. Coming through 9 and 10 now. Oh, he's went through the curb. Miltos has gained a lot of time out there. It might be too late. It might be too late for Bruno. I cannot see him making it past this bar any late drama. 1/10 the gap now. I think Bruno has lost it. And Miltos going on the inside, that's the right move to do, but look at this, Seabucks could snatch a podium here from Lynx. Lynx starting to struggle out of the turn. The top two are too far behind. Look at this, Seabucks going for fourth. At the last perhaps, Miltos coming through the final corner and he will win for the second week in a row. He did it in Japan and he's done it in China. But oh no, Seabucks has made a mistake and Lynx is going to hold on to third. And will get a podium despite the late drama. Fourth for Seabucks. Tony Perillo will be fifth. Cannot see the players making up a gap. Stroduzzi will not be seventh. It will be Berger. A very impressive finish from him. Karen Robb 8th. Stroduzzi 9th. Ayub Khan 10th. Oh no! G Chalkers has... Well, he was not going to score it anyway, but... Immortal did not finish the race. Miltos wins for the second week in succession. And now has 65 points to 65 points to Bruno's 51. And I do believe Lynx should be on 33. Actually, no, I think it might be Tony that's on 35. And Lynx on 33. I will have to double check the results. Here are your results. As Seabucks getting his first points of the season, 18 points, very well done. Tony Perillo, yes, Tony Perillo is in third in the championship still. Lynx will be in fourth, so 35 and 33 respectively. Fastest that went to Jake. Karen Robb is now up to 26, but G Chalkers is still on 22. Players 10 getting his first points, and so are Berger Kazidlo. Stroduzzi going up to 6, and Ayub Khan going up to 2. He now has 2 points in this championship. And there are your DNFs. But it is Miltos 2 for 2 and 3 podiums in a row. It's been fantastic from him. I would do interviews, but I have somewhere to attend to, I'm afraid. Personal life comes first, sorry. But that was a fantastic round. We are going to Canada next week, this time next week at 8 o'clock, same time, same place, 24th September. You can't miss it. Do check it out. Remember, subscribe to the channel for future streams. Join the Discord. Maybe you could join if you want. And, of course, support us on Twitter. I'd like to thank you for watching this. I have been Otaku Logan, and I will see you next week in Canada. And a very good night.